Okay, so recently there have been some staggering statistics around dementia and hearing loss. So I'm going to show you a study that came out. This is from the Lancet Journal. And so here's how this is laid out. 3 stages of life: early life in the green, so that's younger than 45 years old. The blue is 45 to 65. The purple is 65 plus. And basically what this curve is representing is 100% of the dementia cases worldwide. So they're saying in this study that 60% of the risk factors around dementia are unknown, okay? But 40% of them are potentially modifiable. So you can do something about it. So check this out. In early life, they're saying that 7% of the people that eventually develop dementia, less education is a risk factor for 7% of the people worldwide, okay? We get into middle age, 45 to 65, 8% hearing loss, okay? 3% brain injury, hypertension, alcohol, obesity, and then later in life, smoking, depression, social isolation, physical inactivity, air pollution, diabetes. Okay, so the number one risk factor, potentially modifiable risk factor, is hearing loss. The biggest single risk factor is hearing loss. And what happens with this is, when the hearing loss is like a big domino. When it falls, it knocks over a couple other dominoes. And so depression, social isolation, physical inactivity. So what happens? Somebody doesn't hear as well. They're saying, "What? Huh? Can you repeat that?" all the time, right? And that starts to get frustrating for them and for those around them. And then this happens more and more frequently, right? And it's not a hearing loss or a hearing problem, you could say, doesn't just affect the person that can't hear. It affects everybody they're talking to, right? So it's a family problem. It's a group problem. It affects all of them. Everybody's frustrated. And that builds over time. And then eventually what happens is people are nervous about going out socially. They're nervous about saying the wrong thing. They're embarrassed when they do say the wrong thing. So they tend to kind of pull back socially. And so you see social isolation happen where there's hearing loss over time. And when people become less involved socially, and they're more isolated, then they have a tendency to have some mental health effects with that, like depression, right? And you can also have physical inactivity from that sort of kind of shutting down. And so you have multiple risk factors that are affected, can certainly be affected by hearing loss. So this study is saying 8%, which is the number one modifiable risk factor for dementia. That's a big deal. So not only that, but it affects these other things as well. So what's my point? The point is, it's good to have this information. Hearing loss definitely has an impact on dementia. There's a strong correlation there. But people have stigma. They have resistance to wearing hearing aids. And so I have created this crazy, weird deal called the Hearing Aid Challenge. And so I'm inviting people that don't need hearing aids, okay? That's right, to wear them and to share their feedback about that experience, okay? So the stigma kind of says, I'm not old, I can't wear a hearing aid, or I don't want to be or look or be perceived as like inadequate or incompetent, right? So that's some of the stigma, but the cost of doing nothing is so high. I mean, you've worked so hard your whole life to retire, to spend time with your family, to enjoy your life. And so the question is, do you want, how are you going to live that out? Are you going to be intentional about it? Are you going to take care of things? So I want to show people with the Hearing Aid Challenge that wearing hearing aids is not what it used to be. The technology's improved significantly. Most people wear them. They don't even know that they're there, right? They can't see them. The person wearing them forgets they're wearing them. And the technology's improved significantly. So it's a great opportunity to show the world around you, to show those in your close network and in your communities, this is not a bad deal. It's worth doing. And if you need help, you should get help. And so I'm speaking to groups in hopes of sharing some of this information, educating people around this information that hearing loss has a significant impact on other areas of life. And I'm asking for your help to wear the hearing aids for a day or a couple days and simply share your feedback about that experience, and then offer screenings in communities, local screenings at local groups and organizations where people can come and get their hearing screened for free. So I would love to have your help. I need your help. Please get involved, get a hold of us, or we'll get a hold of you. I would love to come, like I said, speak to your group and get you involved in this project. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking the time to check this out. I am looking forward to seeing you guys, meeting you, and going through this together. Thank you. Have a great day.